is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest as we... Here's Cairo Santos.
Yo, what up, YouTube? Back again with another video. Yep, I know I've been on a long hiatus, but, you know, I think we can all agree Madden hasn't been the best game this year, so I decided to give it a break and do other things. And it's being that the NFL season is kind of starting back up again, with the draft being tomorrow, I was like, you know what, I played a couple of games. I have some games that I already have stashed away, so it's just the thing about like making the games. Every time I try to play this game, I realize why I'm not playing this game. I mean, for start off, the 4-minute quarters thing with the clock run off is a complete turn off playing this game. Because I've come to realize, which I've kind of complained throughout the whole entire Madden season this year, is it's one possession per half. I kick the ball off to you, you get a possession, you score or don't score. I get a possession, score or don't score, halftime. Come back, the other person gets a possession again, starts off again. You score, you don't score. I get a possession, I take it out and run the clock out. So it's basically one possession per half. Unless you create turnovers, and you know, that's only going to create more than one possession. And everybody knows it. If you start, you know, climbing up the ranks, you're going to see all the time wasting in the fourth quarter. I played another guy that just started wasting time from the first possession he had. He was running the clock all the way to halftime. You know, it's just, yeah, it just takes away from the game. And then the lack of pass rush, because, you know, if you're not really playing much, I don't really think you're going to really get any enjoyment in playing this game. Because just the regular teams, they really almost don't stand a chance, because the abilities, there's such a heavy emphasis on abilities that it's hard to play regs, to be honest with you. Unless you're playing with the Chiefs, or you're playing with, like, you know just top tier teams. The game doesn't allow you to play football. You have to play the abilities, which is kind of much. That's MUT gameplay bleeds into regs, and that's not what regs is. You know, regs is supposed to be, it's taking whatever team you have based on what your football IQ is and skill is. You play based on what your team has, and you win off of that. But if you're playing the Chiefs and they have a line stacked with stars, and you have enough defensive line with no stars, Mahomes is just gonna sit back there all day and gun you to death, or scramble, because you can't get any pass rush. I can't play the line all game because the zones behind him don't work the way it's supposed to work. You know what I mean? It's just they put mechanics in the game to plug up holes within the game, like the whole switch stick thing. Only switch sticking because the zones don't play correctly, so you can just switch stick you guys, you know, just be able to switch between defenders. It's not because the game is working so right, so oh yeah, they put mechanics in the game to cover holes, as opposed to just make the game that just works. So it's just a lot of frustration with this game. And every time I play, whether I win or lose, I'm not getting that enjoyment that I used to get playing Madden. Win or lose. This doesn't feel like I'm doing anything to affect the way my opponent is playing the game. It's almost like all like based off of luck. Even the way this game ended. The way this game right here ended. You see what I mean? I would like to say yes, I did something to change the dynamic of it. Yes, I did call the right play. But if it was a smarter player on the other end, I think. Not saying this guy isn't smart, but I'm just saying, if he was really reading what he was supposed to read as opposed to locking eyes to just one receiver, there was another receiver right where he threw the ball to. There was another guy sitting there waiting. That was wide open. And he would have had the time to see it. There's no need to rush, because I wasn't going to get any pass rush. I was only rushing 4. And he wasn't under pressure when he threw the pass. So, you know, I don't know. It's like the win doesn't feel like wins. It doesn't feel like I'm the one that's changing the way we play the game. Although this game, you know, we're going back and forth. I've thrown 2 picks, he's thrown 2 picks. You know, but it's just certain things in the game that I just wish could just work. That way I can enjoy, you know, if I see somebody doing something, I can say, okay, alright, I call this defense, I call this play, And I was able to stop what he was doing, but that's not what you get. That's not what you get. Like blue zones don't cover streaks. Everybody's getting beat on just straight go routes because the defender keeps looking in the backfield while he watches the wide receiver going past his face on go streaks. You're playing cover 4, but you still get beat over the top on streaks. It's too much. I can't get on a stream and try to play it and pretend like I'm enjoying it. I know I'm not enjoying it. That's why I'm not streaming. And I've only played a handful of games since my last stream. Probably less than 10. I think I missed the entire season. I think because I just wasn't on here playing. So, like like I've said before, if I'm not enjoying Madden, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna make videos acting like I'm enjoying the game if I'm not enjoying the game. I'm just gonna do other things. So I'm just gonna wait for the new game to come out and see how that one goes. And like I said before the start of the season, I'm not getting it early anymore. I'm done getting the game early because the last 2 times I've gotten the game early, it's an unfinished product. I get it early in August, and we have to wait for the first patch to really enjoy the game. So I'm playing the game for a whole week. Especially like where this game came out, you play it for a whole week knowing that the game's broken. So we're basically waiting for a launch day release patch. So I'm like, well, why I pay this extra money for the game, but you're telling me I don't get a patch to fix it while I'm playing the game, even though I got it a week early? You know what I mean? So it's like, what's the point? So I'm just getting to make videos early, but then the game's broken. And that's how Madden 24 started. That was my last straw this year. It was like, that's it. It's 2 years in a row now where we have to wait for a launch day patch, because the game was released unfinished. So it's just a lot of things with this game, man. It's just frustrating to play it. It can be enjoyable sometimes, but the overall thing you get on the game, and there's only so much you can deal with the broken mechanics, and you just kind of, after a while, you kind of get tired of dealing with it. You know what I mean? So you can't cover it. You can only cover it so much. You just get tired after a while. Just go ahead and give it up, and that's kind of what I did this year. I give up on it. I'm done. So I'm still around. I still try to watch other people that's making Madden videos, but for what I've seen, I think I watched a couple of Black Rain's videos, a couple of Forms videos, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not even fun watching them play, because I know, like, I think Black Rain, I think he's doing where he's using like weaker teams and playing against tougher teams in college and Madden, but he's running the same offense over and over again. So kind of, so much trips you can watch before you get getting tired of watching trips, because that's his offense. It just runs off trips. So I'm not saying he shouldn't switch up, because it works. It works for him. So do what you gotta do. But like watching it, after about like 10 games of watching, it's like, all right, I'm seeing the same overpowered, because of the broken mechanics in the game. You can run trips all day, so that gets boring. And I think Forum is just doing more reaction or watching other people play, and he breaks down their videos, what I'm seeing, not maybe. So Madden really hasn't been popping up on a lot of my timeline. I don't think a lot of people are playing it, really, to be honest. And I see my friends list, nobody's really playing Madden anymore. So, and I can see, like, I think you guys get it, because I would think like my subscriber count will go down because I haven't been posting any videos, but it actually going up, because I guess people are watching my old videos that I've posted already. So I still see my numbers going up, and my subscriber go up, but nobody's left. But I was kind of surprised. I thought when I stopped making videos, people would just leave, but people stuck around. So this is the play I'm talking about. You see the guy that just tackled me? If you watch that play again, underneath number 4, he's coming in on the in route, and he throws the post to that guy and get picked off. You know what I mean? It's just, and he wasn't being rushed. There's no rush coming. I don't know why he threw that pass. Then again, I was playing zone all game. That was the only time I think I did a man zone. So everybody in the interior of this offense, of this formation, I had him a man, and I was playing zones on the outside. So the guy that picked him off, I think he thought he was running like a hook. I don't think he thought I was playing man. So I think that's why he threw that pass. He took a shot at that pass, but he got picked off. But that play in particular, I really wasn't even excited when I picked it off. It was just more like, You know what I mean? If it was a pass rush that caused him to throw early, okay, yeah. But I wasn't getting any pass. I'm not getting any pass rush because of the Chiefs' offensive line. These stars all over there. I'm not going to get a pass rush. Just do just things like that, man. It's just abilities do not allow players that don't have stars play like the way they're supposed to. Montez Sweat, no stars. There's no respect in regs because he has no stars. You know what I mean? Just do things like that. So I just want them just to play to their real life. Not just because they have stars so they can do things. Because they don't have any stars, they can't do anything. Like I can go games and Montez Sweat gets 0 sack. It doesn't even affect the game at all. Because I don't have any ability. And after about what, 4 months, 5 months of dealing with it, yeah, it gets tiring. It's just like, oh, gotta do this again, gotta do this again. Everybody playing the all bad. I don't blame people for picking good teams. I really don't. It's the way the game is designed. The game makes you play that way. So who am I to say who you pick to play with? My whole thing is just I just kind of get tired of it. It's just certain things that because I don't have the ability for, I can't affect change in the game. If my opponent makes a mistake, I cannot make him pay because my guys either drop a pass, drop an interception, or I can't get in the backfield to make any type of. Look at this. I switched over. This is a pick. I don't get no reaction. You know what I mean? It's just things like that, man. It's just. Even when you make a good play, you can affect the change in the game that causes a turnover that keeps you in the game as a team that's not really all that good. You need those type of breaks and more time and other stuff like this. More time than not, because I don't have the stars, I get things like this happen, and stuff like that piles on over and over again. You just get tired. In the beginning, yeah, because you're so enthusiastic about the NFL's back, a new Madden game's out. You play through the flaws, but as time goes on, man, those flaws become bigger and bigger, and it becomes harder and harder for you to just ignore it. You know what I mean? You just kind of get tired of it. So I think that's what happened this year, and this is probably the earliest I've ever stopped playing the game. I stopped playing this game before the year. I think before the New Year's, right? Yeah. So I'll say December. I was done with Madden, which is crazy. Usually like you know in the summertime, like June, like right now, you know, June, coming into June, but I stopped playing this game in December. I was done with it. After my last stream, I was like, this is crazy. There's too many obstacles you got to overcome. And like I say, it's not because the Bears are bad. I've played with the Bears being bad before. It's just this year, for some reason, the abilities is just stronger than any other year. So, and plus like the time thing too. The time wasting doesn't help. You know, the one possession per half, that doesn't help. You know, just things like that. And you drive up and down the field, not trying to waste time, but because they included the clock runoffs, it feels like you're wasting time because you're trying to call a play, you're trying to get to the line, you're trying to read the defense. Meanwhile, the time's running down, and your opponent just automatically think that you're wasting time, and you're just trying to read the defense. But the game doesn't give you enough time because it's trying to hurry the games up. And I don't know why they don't leave it like the way they do with college football. I think college football does 3-minute quarters, but there is no clock runoff. Plus, you know, college the time stops too, so you know, still that's even better. If they left it at 4 minutes and didn't have clock runoff, I think it'd be fine too. But I don't know why you have true clock and clock runoff at the same time. It makes no sense. It's like it's redundant. It's stupid. Like give us 5 minutes and allow people to manually run the clock if they want to. If you want to put true clock on, at least we know your opponent is running the clock. That's what they decided to do. You know what I mean? As opposed to doing the auto clock runoff plus true clock. It's crazy. This style of strategy is out the window. It's just time wasting. The whole game is everybody's time wasting. Because literally, if you really wanted to waste time from right now, he could have held the ball from now, if you knew what he was doing, from now to the end of the game, and I would never touch the ball the whole entire second half, just off of clock runoff. You know what I mean? So we'll see what they do in Madden 20. What we got now? 26. See what they do with the clock. Hopefully. You know, hopefully give it back to us, man, because I don't know. This isn't it. So next Madden coming up, to me, it's a wait and see. I want to see how it is going into when the game fully launches. I'm not getting it early this year because I'm not doing that anymore. Not until they show me a better product in the beginning. There's no point in getting the game early to me. If you're gonna have a release date patch, anyways. I don't. My channel doesn't run on views. I play the game and I post videos because I enjoy playing football. But like I said, if it's not enjoyable, I'm not posting. If I don't enjoy it, so it is what it is. If the game gets better and everybody, if you see that it's a better product, you know, I post videos. I make videos and I enjoy the game like everybody else is enjoying the game. But if it's bad, I have to stop, man. I can't continue. So. Oh, and I also see the new blitz that everybody's running now. The guy was playing with the Chiefs earlier in the first game. That's what he was running on defense. That cover 3 blitz, a loop blitz or whatever it's called. Everybody's running now. Yeah. I see the meta. But that's really it, man. Like I said, I'm still around. I'll still probably post videos from time to time from now till the new game comes out. But yeah, we'll just wait and see. This Man 25, it really isn't it, man. So, but like I said, I'm around. If you guys send me messages to the comments, I usually respond to almost just about everybody. So I guess until next time, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. R1.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it.
On third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Swift. He'll try to get back to a run with Swift. And he'll get maybe about 4. He'll run. Santos in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away